Gwen Stefani reveals unexpected third party involved in marriage to Blake Shelton. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day before we begin the video. Please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton are approaching their 4th wedding anniversary and continue to be more devoted than ever in their love for each other. However, they do have a secret ingredient to their almost 10-year relationship, and it's not what people might think. The No Doubt songstress revealed on the Drew Barrymore show that the best marriage advice she had ever received was to make sure you have a third party, before pointing upwards at the sky. The devout Catholic was referring to how God and her faith play an important role in her relationship with Blake, allowing them a fresh perspective on their love. Gwen then revealed that her preferred date night with her husband was a night in with their dogs and a slew of snacks. "I'm literally like couch, blanket, cookies, chips," she told the host. "I have the dogs right here. We have 2 couches. Blake's on that couch and we're like, hi? I would sit next to him," she quipped. "But he's gigantic and we don't fit anywhere." The couple first met on The Voice in 2014 as judges on the hit show, with Gwen's marriage to her rocker husband Gavin Rossdale breaking down at the same time that Blake was on the rocks with his country superstar wife Miranda Lambert. "We had just met, and it was chaos," Gwen revealed to People about feeling the spark between them after divorcing their spouses. "Both of our lives were in complete turmoil, all over the ground. Nothing could save us at that point. There was a point where I was like, I can't even talk to you. This is insane. I already have enough problems. This is not happening anymore. We're not going to text or nothing." Blake wouldn't be discouraged, though, and won her over with a song he was working on for her. The pair confirmed their relationship to the public in November 2015 and have been madly in love ever since. The Sweet Escape singer opened up about how meeting Blake was a miracle that came at the time she needed it the most. "Something that I wanted since I was a little girl is to be married and have this love that I saw my parents have and have babies. That dream was completely ruined. It was crushed, and I had to figure out how I was going to move forward and make a new dream," she told the publication. "And God putting Blake in my life was just that miracle." Blake is a proud stepfather to Gwen's 3 children, whom she shares with Gavin. He dotes on Kingston, 18, Zuma, 16, and Apollo, 11, introducing them to country music and taking them on father-son trips. "Even though I'm a step-parent, I take that job very seriously," he told People. "The kids see me as a very important person in their life. For now, that's our kids," he added. "This isn't about me anymore and never will be again." The Grammy nominee left his role on The Voice in 2022 to be more present for Gwen and her sons. The headlines weren't ready when Gwen Stefani sat down for what was supposed to be a routine interview about her fashion line. No one expected the conversation to take the turn it did. She looked radiant, of course. A soft denim jumpsuit, her signature red lip perfectly applied, platinum hair in beachy waves that suggested she'd just come from a bonfire in Malibu. Blake had dropped her off, actually. He waved to the crew from his pickup, windows down, country music playing low in the background. Classic Blake. But something in her smile hinted that there was more going on beneath the surface. "So Gwen," the interviewer asked, flipping through cue cards, "how's married life treating you?" Gwen leaned back in her chair, laughing softly. "Well, let's just say, there's a third party in our marriage." The room froze. The assistant's coffee cup hovered midair. Someone at the back of the room whispered, "Wait, what?" under their breath, but Gwen didn't flinch. "Oh yeah," she said, crossing her legs and smirking. "This third party. They're always in the middle of things, always coming between me and Blake. And honestly, I love them too." The interviewer blinked. "Do you want to elaborate?" "I think I have to now," Gwen said, her laugh sparkling like wind chimes. "Okay, the truth is, the third party in our marriage is Oklahoma. The land between us, Oklahoma. The punchline and the lifeline. The soil Blake Shelton called home long before he called Gwen his wife. The place where cowboy boots outnumber heels, where people wave even if they don't know you, and where sunsets look like oil paintings done by God himself. I thought I was ready for it, Gwen admitted later. I mean, I'd seen Sweet Home Alabama. How different could it be? The answer? Very. Gwen had grown up with Disneyland in her backyard and a nail salon on every corner. Her world was city lights and songwriting sessions, glitter, lace, and backup dancers. She had built an empire from her voice and her vibe. Then came Blake. And with Blake came dusty roads, fried catfish, wide skies, and long silences. Those wide open silences that made her nervous at first. In Lay, silence meant something was wrong. In Oklahoma, silence was the space where life breathed. Their first summer there, Gwen tried to fit in. She bought cowboy boots, pink ones with rhinestones. Blake winced. She attempted to fry chicken. The smoke alarm told the tale. She even tried to garden. The corn never came up, but the weeds threw a party. Every time I thought I was making progress, she laughed, Oklahoma would gently remind me, bless your heart. The middle ground. But Gwen didn't give up. She started seeing Oklahoma not as a rival, but as a language she could learn. Blake, for all of his country charm, was her translator. He taught her how to spot a storm before it hit, how to tell when the chickens were stressed, how to catch frogs with the boys. More importantly, he taught her how to be still. We'd sit on the porch at night, Gwen said, not saying much. Just listening, the crickets, the wind in the trees. Blake would reach over and take my hand, and I'd think, wow, this is music too. The third party, Oklahoma, had stopped being a wedge and become a bridge. A strange, bumpy bridge made of red clay and barbecue smoke, but a bridge nonetheless. Still, it wasn't easy. There were times I'd fly back to Lay for work, Gwen recalled, and cry in the car because I missed the smell of honeysuckle in Blake's yard. And then there were the other moments, the harder ones, when she'd sit in the Oklahoma quiet, watching Blake laugh with his hunting buddies, and wonder, do I belong here? Will I ever really belong here? The unexpected harmony, the turning point came during a tornado warning. The sirens wailed, the sky turned green, and Gwen panicked. I had no idea what to do, she said. I was running around packing snacks and eyeliner like it was the apocalypse. Blake just calmly opened the storm shelter and said, you comin' or nah? They huddled together in that small, steel room. Her, Blake, the kids, and the family dog. And in the pitch-black stillness, Gwen realized something. This place may scare me sometimes, but it holds everything I love. That night, when the skies cleared and the stars came back out, Gwen walked barefoot across the grass and felt, for the first time, like Oklahoma was no longer a stranger. She whispered to Blake, okay, I get it now. She's not a third party. She's the soul of who you are. Blake kissed her forehead and whispered back, took you long enough. Three's company, now, years into their marriage, Gwen still jokes about the third party in their relationship. But it's no longer a threat. Oklahoma is where their kids chase fireflies and where Blake writes love songs on the porch. It's where Gwen built a chicken coop with her nails still painted silver, where she learned how to drive a four-wheeler, and where she discovered that peace can live in quiet places. She keeps us grounded, Gwen says. And I don't mean me, I mean Oklahoma. And that's the twist no one saw coming. The third party didn't pull them apart. It pulled them deeper into each other. The love that holds when Gwen looks back on the headlines that exploded after her quote. Gwen Stefani reveals unexpected third party in marriage. She smiles. Let them think what they want, she says. The truth is, every marriage has something or someone that tests it. For us, it wasn't a person. It was a place. And maybe that's what makes their love story different and real. Not just the glam, not just the music, but the in-between stuff. The chicken coops, the thunderstorms, the compromises that feel like small sacrifices, but build into something sacred. Because when you marry someone, you marry their roots too. And sometimes those roots grow in red dirt. Thanks for watching this video. And please subscribe to our American Idol YouTube channel for more updated news.